Every year, the Department of Veterans Affairs takes a look at how many veterans across the country are experiencing homelessness. Recently, the department has said they're making it even more of a priority to tackle this problem, so the phrase homeless veteran becomes a thing of the past. In order to grab this snapshot of the current housing problem, here in Washington, D.C., a group of Department and D.C. Veterans Affairs medical staff surveyed those experiencing homelessness in the local area in what's called a point-in-time count. This year, they were joined by Department of Veterans Affairs Secretary Denis McDonough for the event. We had the opportunity to shadow the Secretary as he spoke with people experiencing homelessness, listening to their stories and offering them resources to manage their situation. In short, despite the cold and rainy weather, McDonough joined the group conducting surveys to gauge how many people are unhoused in the city, and therefore how many resources and funds should be allocated for them.
This is maybe the 6th or 7th one of these I've done. Obviously it's raining, so many homeless people go into shelter tonight, which is a good thing. So we may not be seeing just as much homelessness as we would normally expect. Look, this is the one way that we can get a snapshot of what the homelessness picture is in the country. And it's really important for us to know it because that provides us the target that we build towards to defeat homelessness. And so it's really important for us to come out to make sure that we're counting exactly what we see so that we know what we're up against. And look, there's questions about the methodology. I know that people challenge it. I think that's fair, but it's also really important for us to be out here. Two of the individuals that we met tonight were impacted, were moved by the fact that we were out here trying to find out what they're going through. So there's a very simple human dimension to it as well. So tonight what we're really doing is trying to get a snapshot of the experience of those individual vets. We ask them a series of questions. We record the answers to those questions. Then we give them a small token, a $20 gift card for them going through that exercise. But then we also give them a full sheet of information that allows them to know what's available to them, as well as giving them dry gloves, dry socks, a cap, some toiletries, some hygiene items. So it ends up being, I think, a very, very useful interaction. You know, as I said, this is like the 6th or 7th one of these I've done, and we get better at it every year. But you know what? I think we all hope that we're getting out of this business. I hope that we don't have to do this anymore because we've beaten the homelessness challenge. I feel like we're making really good strides at VA, and we're going to stay on top of this until we don't have to do it anymore, until we get to zero homeless vets. You know, look, the president is demanding action on homelessness across the country, across the phenomenon. He's said to us very directly, he does not accept that there should be any homeless veterans. So we set out for calendar year 2022 to permanently house 38,000 veterans in communities all across the country. We actually exceeded that goal by 2,000. In fact, a little more than 2,000, about 4,100 or so formerly homeless vets are now in permanent housing as a result of the great work of the people that you see out here with us tonight. These great caseworkers, these great outreach coordinators among our VA staff. I'm super proud of them, and I'm really glad to know that there's 40,000 vets tonight under a roof getting the substance use disorder care, the mental health care, the counseling, the job training that they need to not be homeless again. I continue to believe that the phrase homeless veteran ought not exist in the English language. Anybody in this country who raises their right hand to swear the oath to defend all of us should not be homeless in this amazing country. So we are going to work tirelessly until we are at zero homeless vets. That means preventing vets and their families who might be in a precarious time. And it also means helping identify vets out on the streets like we're doing tonight and getting them into housing first and then getting the care they need.
According to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development's report on homelessness, nearly 600,000 people were experiencing homelessness last year. The data that the group collected from this most recent pit count will be made available in the months to come. For Military Times, I'm Jonathan Lehrfeld.